everyone, welcome to Becky's Crafts and Goodies. Today we've popped into Dunelm. We're going to have a look at a few things. Here they do some really nice flowers in here, but they are a little bit pricey. When I first came in, I saw these. I thought these looked really cute, but this small bunch is like £7. Hang on, let me show you. So I don't think you really get many flowers for that, but I did think they were quite pretty. So I just came in to have a look, but they've got some really nice flowers here. We've got some really bright orange, kind of rusty orange. They're £5 each. I don't know if you can hear the rain, it's absolutely chucking it down outside. How much are these? They are hydrangeas, they're £5 each as well, but you could really make some absolutely gorgeous wreaths or bouquets, centerpiece. You could make loads, and they've got all like the greenery filler stuff as well, so it's kind of all in the colour schemes. I thought these were really pretty. They're £10 for a stem, so as I said to you, they're not cheap, but they're nice. So we'll have a quick look around here. What's this? It's a little duck, that's £6. They've got some Easter stuff here, kind of on the end. What's that, a bee? Little Benji bee. Some lights there, £12. Oh, they're really cute, those little bees, aren't they? What have we got at the top there? That's a hanging bunny. It's not got legs, it's got little jangly things. That's a chick, that's really soft and cute, that's £3.50. If you like bees, I've got some little hanging bees here, they're £3.50. Got some eggs, a few kind of decorations there. There's some painted eggs with bows on, they're £4. And they've got some Easter egg hunt signs as well. Right, let's have a little quick look at this section here. Now these are a little bit like the Jellycat stuffed teddies. That's £10. I don't know how much is this. That's £4. That's not bad, you know. Phoebe's got one of these, but a bigger one on her bed. Different croissants. That's a laptop case. Got a book there. They're £4, and you get 3 in there. They're quite cute. I buy Phoebe so many notebooks. I don't think she can write as much as I buy. That's a fluffy one. We've got some mini plush toys there. That's a banana pencil case. Banana for scale, but my bananas are never that big. And there's an orange juice in as well. What's this? That's a wash bag. Like waffles. And this one is eggs, bananas, avocados, croissants. That's £8. And then there's a sunny side up cushion down there. They do sell some really nice reed diffuser sort of scents in here. That's a luxury fragrance reed diffuser, peony. I'll like that one, definitely. That's £35 though, but I bet it's really nice. You do pay for what you get, so that's quite pretty. Look, £18 for that. That's £10. A ceramic book vase. That's different, isn't it? That's quite nice, that. Do you know what, the rain sounds nice, just sort of sprinkling down. There's some artichokes, decorative artichokes. Is this a vase? Oh, it's a tissue box. That'd be nice in like a bathroom, wouldn't it? That's £22, that. Kind of matches. Some bud vases there. Let's have a twist round, we'll see what the other side's got. Got some different greenery bits here. Dormers arranged they do in here. If you're not familiar with it, they do lots of like bedding and things. It's not the cheapest, but it's really good quality. Got a few sprays and decorations up there. What's this? It's a basket, that's nice. That's low, that'd be nice to have on a dining room table. How much is that? That's £12. That's not that bad, you know, because it feels quite chunky and heavy. Don't I don't think that's supposed to be there because that one behind it's 40. I think that's, or is that, yeah, that's 40 down there. Look at this rose, that looks quite cool. It's 10. But sometimes it's knowing where to put things like this, isn't it? That's half the problem. Yeah, look, lots of reed diffusers. They do loads of scents in here. Let's have a look down here. What have we got? Amber and pine. See, that's quite pretty. That's £6. I don't think that's too bad. Let me have a smell. Yeah, that smells quite nice. And again, you can use these sort of things afterwards. You know, you don't have to throw them away. I wouldn't throw those away. You could, if you don't even make your own candles, you can just use the pot for something. Little pooches there. If you like the Highland cows, that's £5. These are pretty jars, aren't they? Or cases for the reed diffusers. They're £15, those. They look quite nice. They'd make a really nice gift for £15, those. And then you can get the scent to refill as well. They do have some nice present ideas in here. Like that's the dormer over there. They have locks on it now because it used to walk out the store. That's a butterflies wall frame. Obviously this time of year you're going to get all your bunny rabbits and things in. That's sprays 18, which I think is a bit pricey. These are cute, bunny rabbits, and a few like decorations. So if you do sort of like hanging decorations, that's quite good. Again, we've got, they do lots of candles in here, lots of scents. These are £4, which is not that bad. We've got a sweet jasmine, sandalwood. I don't know why some of them have got lids on. I think they're supposed to have lids on. Let me smell this fresh linen. So that's supposed to have a lid, which the others have. No, that does actually smell quite nice. Like sometimes, if you get like a fresh linen scent in some of the cheaper candles, they're not very nice. And I think I like sea salt as well. Let me see if I can have a quick sniff of this one. Let's see. Yeah, see, that's actually quite nice, that. And I don't think £4 is a bad price. I bet the warm amber's nice too. And wild rhubarb. So they've got some good scents. And then I think they do a few in these reed diffusers too. So like £6 for those. And they're just full. That's quite good in that one. So many cushions and different designs in here. It is crazy, honestly. But they're all kind of different and pretty funky as well, which is good. And then you can kind of mix and match them with some plain ones. And what does that say? This is my happy place. That's pretty. I like that one. Thing is, yeah, that'd get filthy in my house with like the dogs if it was downstairs. And that's the only thing. Sometimes you can't have nice things, can you, without it getting messed up. That's what children and animals do for you, isn't it? Welcome to the madhouse. Looks even upside down. Got some really pretty designs. I'll probably go in my bedroom, that one. There's a swinging egg chair with a note telling you not to sit on it. Dance like nobody's watching. That's more joy. That's 30. That's 18. Just give you an idea of prices. 35, 25. I love things with lots of colour, but you obviously got to have the house for it, haven't you? Lots of neutral colours here. Highland cow one. There's some sheep on those. We've got all sorts of throws and things here. What's this one? This is a more expensive one. That's 45. But then they've got obviously cheaper ones as well, like 16. It feels a nice quality, that one. It's 20. That's 10. That's 16. So they're not all expensive. You know, you've got the more expensive ones kind of, but I still don't think that that's that expensive, to be fair. What else have we got round here? Let's have a look. There's a few more around this section. You can get like the inserts as well, and some warmer. So it's really nice stuff. But for instance, you know that you're paying for that's a pillowcase, that's a V-shaped one, that's £13. But they've got sort of samples and they do feel so soft. I know this is not going to be everyone's price range, hence the lock. That's a king size there, 115. Feel like you're sleeping on a cloud though, that would. So yeah, some quite pretty designs. There's some nice green here. Even like the cheaper ones, they do some good, like different designs. So that's £15 for a double. So again, the prices have come right down because I say they're like the super good quality ones. And then this is, see, I do need a fitted sheet. This is a double fitted sheet, and they do like the deeper ones. You know, if you need a deeper bottom sheet, if you've got like a thick mattress. I've just ordered a new mattress topper for my bed. I didn't want to buy a new mattress just yet, but the mattress topper that I've already got kind of needs a bit of a revamp. So I've just ordered one from Debenhams. So I'm hoping that my bottom sheets kind of fit them, but if not, I can kind of nip in here. Right, let's have a look. It feels like you're with me in here. I'm still talking to myself, but we're having a nice wander around. What are these? Double. That's not bad. Look, that's £20, and that's a double. Let's see if I can find the king size is 24. So what's that? Let's look over here. We've got some pink ones. There's one over there that Phoebe's got. I've spotted. Let's go around this corner. They do kind of sample display ones, and you get like half a bed, so you can see sort of what it looks like, how you can create the look yourself. But they all colour code it, so you've got sort of different sections. You know, some people love greens like that, you know, some people like the lighter colours, and then you can get all your pillowcases and stuff. I just want, like for mine, just a light white or cream colour, like sheet, bottom sheet, king size, something like that probably for mine. And they do like children's bedding and toys and sort of bits for their room, like if they've got their first bed, or they've got like a cot bed, fresh cot bed pillow. So they're quite good. The bedding's really good in here. I get mine mainly from here. I know Asda do a really nice duvet set as well. They're often quite soft in there. Let's have a look at these. It's pretty. That's 14. I think someone's just popped that there. What's this? There's some curtains, like jungle print curtains. And they do. It's a little snail bed set. That's sweet, isn't it? Dunelm. So that's the sort of, that's quite cute, isn't it? And they have all the small sort of sets. They've got the fitted sheets and all the different sizes on them as well. But there's really, really colour. I really wish mine were young again when you see things like this, because how cute are they? Look, single £20, whimsical fitted sheets, so you can get like the matching fitted sheets. They've got unicorns. Look at how pretty they are. I'm pleased that Phoebe still likes, not obviously this babyish, but she still likes pretty things. And that's a vintage floral bedspread. And these cute dragons and cars. There's some space stuff. And they're quite cool. Look at that watercolour rainbow fitted sheet. That sort of matches that bed set. Got some blackout curtains as well, which is important when you've got kids. All the different lights up there. What's that? A kid's bunny table and chairs. They're like little ears, look, on the back of them. That's cute. Right, let's go down here. So these are all like the duvets, the pillows. I need some new pillows, so you can see. They do like the memory foam toppers. Again, this would be, see, I probably should have come in and bought one of these. Mine's a king, and that's only £80, and I know it'll be good if it's It's a dormer, so probably I should have just come and bought that one. I think mine should be here tomorrow from Debenhams. You can even wash that one. That's cheaper than the one I bought. Memory foam toppers. It's just a lot cheaper than buying a new mattress, isn't it, really? And you've got all your pillows. And the good thing is they have them on display, so you can give them a good squidge and see. So you obviously don't have lots of open packets. And that's that pretty cool teddies and plushies and stuff in here as well. That's quite cute. And really nice bean bags. Look at how lovely these are. Again, they'll probably be matching a lot of the duvet sets. They're good. That's, you know, that's not bad. £45 for a beanbag chair. I think that's really quite good. Yeah, I think they're really sweet. Baskets down here. If you want those for your storage. Different storage like bits to put in your drawers, under the bed. I think these go in your drawers, so you can sort like your socks and your pants and all those sorts of things out. These are quite nice shelves and they're not expensive. That's £12 for that one. They've got different colours. We've got loads of coat hangers. Ebony bought absolutely loads of these, so they've got far too many. That's £40. Small trunk. Not of the swimming variety. And there's a few more different ones there as well. For instance, this bin is 10. That's just a waste bin for £10. Even some dog beds down here. Again, some really nice designs. There's a sale on some of these. That's £28. There's 20% off these. But if you kind of wanted a dog bed that sort of matched a little bit more with decor than just being like dog looking, and you could look at that. We've got sometimes like they do sale bits around here as well. Tablecloths as well they do. These are quite cute. Look, for the kids, £3.50 for some mugs. That's a silicone bowl, so you can stick that on the table so it doesn't fly everywhere. Got some aprons. They feel really soft. Sometimes aprons can feel a bit crunchy, can't they, around the kid's neck, but they feel quite soft, they do. We've got some table runners. I've got a table runner and a tablecloth from in here. See, these are quite good. I think I've got one similar to this actually. These are £6. That's just £8. That could go with a nice like wooden colour, or it could go with a white or cream tablecloth underneath. A nice cream one would look good with that. Again, they have some really nice kind of patterns, or just plain if you wanted plain. And then if you've got some seats that need cushions on, you do those. Got some tablecloths there, so see, that's really good price. That's a vintage, that's a wipe clean one. That's just £6. They do quite a few for £6. These are the £6 ones that I'm showing you now. And then at the top there's some for 16. But gosh, for £6 you don't really mind, do you? That's the £6 one. Oh, that's that one. Right, let's go and have a look around this bit. So, we've got some, what are these? Oh, like bigger tablecloths. Napkin rings there. And there's a few different napkins. That's £8 for 4. Got some bees on those. Some coasters and sort of placemats here. They're in the sale, £4.20. That's cheap. They're not that expensive to start with. It's like £5 for that one. Yeah, there's a few like some slate ones down there. We've got some. That's supposed to be a set of 4. Hang on, that one's been. Let's see how much this is. Can't see. £5 for those. And then you have tea towels, I think, and like oven mitts. Highland cows. And you've got like your basic big ones there as well. Lots of there's so much, seems to be so much in here today. All different mugs, and I need some new mugs. I want like probably about 6 or 12 that just match. I think that's the thing when you come into shops like this, you see so many different mugs and, you know, different occasions and birthdays and things. But Ebony has so many. I've sorted a few out actually for a charity shop from our couples who really do need to sort those. These are so cute. These are the Highland Cow. They're actually salt and pepper pots. I've never seen anything like that before. And they've also got a butter dish in that. We've got some side plates there, and also they do the large plates. And at the top there's a gravy boat for £10. Can you even believe that? They think of everything, don't they? But they do actually rotate the stock pretty well in here. There's generally something new to see. They're always bringing something in and out, and there's sort of lots of kitchen kind of canisters and pots and things. And then there's the Kilner jars. These are £1.60. They're great for holding sort of crafts and things as well, but obviously you can make your jams. There's the wax discs there, thermometers, you know, all the different bits that you can write on to say what your produce is. And in this section we've got lots of things like thermometers and all of the gadgets that do we really need them. But whenever I come in here, I look at that whisk. I look about and I just think, oh, I really could do with that. But I'm not sure I really do. And you've got to have the room for it, haven't you? That's the thing. They've got, you know, cake testers to make sure they're done. Piping bags, all sorts of things. Lots and lots. And down here we've got all different types of baking trays. There's a loaf tin. It's like a silicone one. Loads of different types there. And some chopping boards. This chopping board here has got one of the end bits on to go on the sort of side of the worktop. But there's kind of all sorts of different designs made from different things, marble effect, wooden ones on there. So down this little section we have some salt and pepper mills. This one here is £15. The other one there is £20. We've got a spice rack down the bottom. And a pestle and mortar, that's £15 for those. I have a pestle and mortar, I very rarely use it, but lots of saucepans as well, frying pans, all good qualities, all good quality. Now, got some washable mats again, as I'm browsing around, finding lots of things that I need. Need a couple of washable mats for the back door. They're great. I think I might get one to use and one to wash when the dogs come bombing in. If you take a lunchbox to work, or maybe the kids take it to school or college or uni there, we've got quite a few different ones. This one here is a bottle bag. That's £8, but they do a good variety of bags. They've got some ice cube trays and a little star one up there. Phoebe would like that. And then a Highland Cow water bottle, carrying on the theme. Got mugs. I'll probably keep them warm. All different water bottles at the top. I did buy lots of these containers as well at one point. And you like pop the lid and it sort of keeps it sort of sealed or unseals it when you pop it. They're quite good. I went through a bit of a stage of buying those. There's egg poachers. There's a cake carrier. That's good for £6. That's really good. Keeps it nice and fresh and helps you sort of carry it about. I like that. If I didn't have a similar one, I would buy that. That's an egg poacher, £4. Then we've got a bowl. This is £6, so you can warm up like whatever if you need to. It's got a spork in it as well. Well, it's got a spoon and a fork. What's this here? A microwave, saucepan and lid. Bacon crisper. What are these down here? Fresh produce container. Some beakers, they're just £1. If you like making sauces or stuff and you make too much, you could always use those. Also as well, sometimes I make a roast dinner that I sort of pass on to a family member, so it'd be good to put like your gravy in one of those so you can warm it up separately sort of thing, or put it on when you're at a later date. So they've got lots of electrical stuff as well. in here. I think that is it for this bit. Quite good, £1. They're not really normally that cheap these days. They're normally more than that, so I'm going to get a couple of those. They've got like stainless steel ones and microwave and fridge ones as well, but I'll get a couple of the general ones. There's a good choice of lights as well. So you've got your ceiling lights, you've got sort of your side lights there. So loads of different designs and stuff and different prices. But they also do the lampshades. So if you need something a little bit more basic, but that looks kind of different designs, different patterns, they've got a really good selection of that. But that is about it. So I hope you enjoyed coming around and having a look with me. If you haven't already subscribed, then please do. You can also hit the notification bell as well and you'll get notified. I also read the comments too. So that's it. You take care and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.